pretty much at fault. So you
Yeah.
know, it's what can you do about it? Unfortunately, and for a guy who, like Mark May had said, built this giant pillar of college football that we're going to do this the right way and do it this way and blah blah blah. That now the however many years of service he had doing that is now ended with this.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Now let me ask you this, because okay, you enjoy watching football, but you're not, mega football fan or anything like that.
I've already said, my ideal fun is not men in tights running around grunting.
But the question has been raised. I've seen on ESPN a couple of times. Should Penn State get the death penalty? And for those people who may not know what the death penalty is, they're saying we're going to the NCAA says we're going to take away your football program for however many years. They did it to SMU, Southern Methodist, back in the 80s because they were basically paying their players to come there and play. So they were getting a major competitive advantage out of this. Eric Dickerson and Craig James, and all that was running wild down there. And they took away their football program for 2 or 3 years, I believe.
Yeah.
So do you think Penn State should get the death penalty?
Emphatically no. And I'll tell you why. Because, you can't punish the students for the administration's stupidity. That would be like punishing Grenadian people for the stupidity of their government.
Yes.
Because usually the people are the victims in the situation too. Because they didn't know what was going on. Well, but then again, it's a community. There probably was a little talk and stuff, you know what I mean? But still, those that were supposed to actually handle it didn't handle it. So if you go ahead and give them the death penalty, that would hurt the ball players, even though they could transfer. But then the students, who go to the games and really enjoy doing that, you can't really punish them. For that. So I don't think the death penalty for that school is a proper thing. Maybe they might do something like, take away some scholarships or something like that so they don't be in the higher echelon for a while. But, a lot of poor people go to these schools and they get an education. I'm talking about football players too. And a lot of them have the chance to go to the pros and stuff, and they're going to have families that they're going to have to take care of and all of that. So when you punish, if you do that, you punish a whole lot. Like I said, they could go play somewhere else. But then you're not setting no precedents there at all. The thing about it is putting stuff in place that would stop that from happening instead of saying, oh, let's just tuck them away so we're going to forget them for 5 years.
Yeah. Well, Stephen A. Smith was on this morning, and when they were talking to him about it, and he had an argument for it. Now, like I said, I definitely understand what you're saying. It's absolutely wrong to punish the kids, the players, even the students, the fans, and all that for something that they had no clue about, that they had nothing to do with. But his point was that when you have let it become such a huge, gigantic power like that, then you have to do something to say no, that's not gonna happen again. So, but he said, let the players transfer now. He said, don't take away any of their eligibility, because that happens a lot of times when guys transfer, especially from one big school to another. They'll say, okay, you can't play for a year, or if you do want to play immediately this year, you're going to lose a year of eligibility. He said, don't let them lose any eligibility, maybe even add on a year of eligibility for them, because he was trying to look at it in the sense of something should be done to the football program, but we can't punish the kids at the same time. And I like that, because obviously I can see both sides of it. I could see his argument as to why they should do it, and also at the same time, like you said, why they shouldn't do it, because the players obviously had nothing to do with it, and they shouldn't get punished. But at the same time, the NCAA, whenever they punish something, okay, look at what happened with Reggie Bush. He'd been out of the NFL or out of college for a few years,
and the kids got punished.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? What's the harm to him? Okay, he ended up having to turn back in his Heisman Trophy. So what? I'm sorry, but at that point, so what? Because now USC is getting punished. Okay, reduction in scholarships, which means, like you had said, a bunch of guys will no longer now have a shot to go play at USC and get an education for free. And they also said no bowl games for the next couple years. So no matter how good that team still might be and how well they play on the field, they're not going to have that shot at being able to go to a bowl game.
And to get seen.
Yeah, to get seen by more scouts, by more fans, and things like that. You know, when Michigan basketball got in trouble for things that the Fab Five did, how long were they in the NBA before Michigan got in trouble? Well, Chris Webber was, what, a 10-year ball player by that point? At that point, it's... So what?
I have a perfect example of that. My situation, I went to a certain school, had certain things happen, got booted out. Now, years later, people tell me, oh, you should sue, you should do this. And I'm thinking, well, why would I do that? Because if I sue and I carry on like that, that's going to hurt those kids that are coming up that want to play ball. I'm only one person. What happened to me didn't stop me from getting my education. You know what I mean? And things. So why am I going to go make a big riff and then all these people who are getting an education get hurt by it? I'm just one man. You know, of course, I didn't get violated or anything like that, you know, to the extent that these. I'm not trying to draw any references or comparisons to it.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with, I mean, Reggie Bush was, you know, supposedly his family was getting money or he was getting money too. You know, it wasn't that he was doing something disgusting or anything like that. He was getting money. He was getting he and his family were getting paid for him to play there. You know, and so once again, it's not the same level, but still it gets, you know, the NCAA throwing down sanctions, and on one side I can understand the NCAA has to do something to in effect say, look, you can't do this anymore. But you do end up hurting the kids who were there after that player is gone. Because now, okay, Reggie Bush is in the NFL. He's been making millions of dollars. He's a superstar.
And sleeping with Kim Kardashian.
After she got Ray J'd. Anyway. But, you know, leftovers are leftovers or whatever. But, you know, as I was saying, Chris Webber, he's in the NFL making millions. What if Sandusky had gone on and was coaching in the NFL and he was getting paid millions as an assistant coach? Or maybe he got to be a head coach. You know, it's like, okay, now you're going to... but still the same thing. He didn't go to the NFL, he didn't make his millions. But he's not there anymore. Can we really punish these kids who he hasn't coached? Because he hasn't been coaching there since 98, 99. Can we really punish these kids that he hasn't coached, that he hasn't influenced? For something that he did that Paterno covered up, that Spanier covered up, that Schultz and Curley all covered up.
The kids aren't the buggerer. He is. He's
they've all lost their job.
Yeah.
Paterno's image and legend has been tarnished. It's been basically smashed to, you know, little tiny pieces.
Yeah.
And, you know, Spanier got fired, Schultz got fired, Curley got fired. You know, it's going to be hard pressed for them to get a, you know, at least a high-profile job like what they had before. Yeah. You know, good luck getting to be president of a university again.
Oh,
good
coach.
luck. Yeah, good luck. Well, Paterno, you know, passed away, but you know, for the athletic director, good luck being an athletic director again.
And good luck getting in a good coach with all this scandal.
Exactly.
You know
well, they did. Well, they got the New England Patriots former offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien. They brought him in, and.
Didn't they have like New England Gate there where they were like...
the Spygate. Bill O'Brien wasn't there at that time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, it's... So, I mean, I definitely agree with you that you can't punish the players.
Yeah,
that
especially
are there now.
I played college basketball, so I know what a struggle it is. You struggle to get that education. It's a job, people.
Yeah,
that's what it's a payless job. They say you get an education, but if you're doing all this stuff, the alumni here, the alumni daughters here, you know, and this year and that year, I'm telling you
alumni
the truth.
Daughters, huh? What are they doing with you all?
Yeah, take my daughter on a date. When I was playing college basketball, I had one of them come up to me and tell me that.
Really?
I'm like, hey, whoa. I was like, no. Oh no. But you have some more clips to share?
No, we got through those.